Hi, I'm Dave, and yes, I'm a bean counter. Many find it hard to believe that accountants and bookkeepers have a sense of humor. Well, the proof is in the pudding, so I'll try to provide a few laughs and chuckles for you and poke a little fun at us accountants and bookkeepers. Now, I'm no Bob Newhart. For those who don't know, Bob was an accountant that became a comedian, but I'll give it a try. Why do accountants make good lovers? They're great with figures. If an accountant's wife cannot sleep, what does she say? Darling, could you tell me about your work? What is the definition of an accountant? Someone who solves a problem you didn't know you had in a way you don't understand. Why don't old accountants never die? They just lose their balance. Why did God invent economists? So accountants could have someone to laugh at. What does an accountant use for birth control? His or her personality. What's the difference between an accountant and a lawyer? The accountant knows he is boring. What's an extroverted accountant? One who looks at your shoes while he's talking to you instead of looking at his own shoes. What's the most wicked thing a group of young accountants can do? Go into town and gang audit someone. Why was the accountant so excited that he completed a jigsaw puzzle in only 59 weeks? Because on the box it said 8 to 12 years. Why did the accountant stare at his glass of orange juice for 3 hours? Because on the box it said, concentrate. Where do homeless accountants live? In tax shelters. What do accountants suffer from that ordinary people don't? Depreciation. What did the accountant do to liven up the office party? Not show up. How can you tell that an auditor has been out in the woods? They are covered with tick marks. What is the difference between tax avoidance and tax evasion? Jail. Did you know that having sex with an accountant qualifies as a charitable gift? Do you know what IRS actually stands for? I'm really sexy. And did you also know that artificial hearts are no big deal? They've been around since the first accountant. Okay, so you know, some accountants can actually think out of the box. A story to illustrate this. 3 accountants are interviewing for a job. The interview question is, how much is 2 plus 2? The first and second candidates smiled and said 4. The third candidate got up from his chair, went over to the door and closed it, then came back and sat down. He then leaned across the desk and said in a low voice, how much do you want it to be? He got the job. Thank you for watching, and I hope you had a little bit of fun. I also hope that no accountants or bookkeepers were offended by poking fun at them. These jokes were presented compliments of David Marshall, dwmbeancounter.com.